All common culinary garlic belongs to the species Allium sativum. And you probably know that there are two subgroups, softneck and hardneck garlic, but did you know that there are different types underneath those subgroups? Each of those types have characteristics that influence appearance, flavor, and even the length of time you can store your garlic. And I thought that it would be really useful to share some of this information with you because I think it will help you to pick out the perfect garlic for your garden. So if you are growing garlic that you want to have a specific flavor or that you want to store for a really long time, knowing these types I think is really important. But first, I want to share with you something very exciting, and that is this. So Keen Garlic Farm, which is the company that I have ordered my garlic from for several seasons now, has sent me this box. And in this box are some garlic varieties that they want me to try. And I have not opened this box yet. I actually thought that it would be really fun to do a little unboxing with you so that we can see what they sent me together, and then we can discuss what kind of garlic they sent me, what the characteristics are, and how I'm going to plant it. So let's open this box right now, and then we will go through all the garlic types. I should have brought my scissors out here, but I was so excited I just ran out here with my camera because I cannot wait to open this box and see what is inside right now. So okay, look at this. It is like Christmas time for gardeners. Okay, so it looks like I have three that are the same type. And these are the Pahosky or Pahusky purple. It says it is a hardneck purple stripe. So hardneck and purple stripe are a clue about what type of garlic this is. So the next one says Chesnick red hardneck purple stripe. So that is a second purple stripe. So put that over there. And then we have Georgian crystal, which is a hardneck porcelain. And I've also got Enchilium red softneck artichoke. And I smile about that one because I grew Enchilium red in my garden last season, and it was one of my top picks. It did so well. So I'm really excited that they sent me more. So you'll notice that these garlics are almost all hardneck. 3 out of the 4 types are hardneck varieties that they have sent me. And normally softneck varieties do much better in warm climates like ours here in southern Arizona, or if you're in any other southwestern state, softneck varieties are probably going to be the best bet for you. If you're in a northern climate, hardneck varieties do much better with colder temperatures. That does not mean that if you're in one region or another that you can't grow either one. You can, but you definitely need to be selective about which one you grow because they're not all created equally, which leads me to the types of garlic and their characteristics. As I said, I normally grow softneck garlic in my garden. I was actually planning to save some of the garlic that I had harvested a few months ago just for planting back in the garden. And one of those varieties is right here. It is the Nootka Rose. And I'm gonna get one out for you. As I said, I normally will plant only softneck varieties in my garden. I did try one hardneck variety last year actually, and it just didn't do very well. So I had planned on just doing softneck varieties this year. I brought this bag out because this is how I stored all the garlic that I harvested. And I harvested 46 pounds of it, so I had plenty of garlic to save for eating and plenty to save for planting back out. And this one is the Nootka Rose, and I want to show you this one because it's a really good example of what a softneck variety looks like. If you look at the softneck varieties, they do not have that hard central core like a hardneck variety will have. And they also are covered in a lot more paper. So if I am going to peel this thing, I have to peel down several layers of paper and toss it aside because we are in the garden. We can throw our trash on the ground. And it's got a really nice clove, but it's got several layers of paper. One of the reasons why softneck garlic stores so much better than hardneck garlic is because it's got all of these protective layers of paper or skin over it. Hardneck garlic grows a thick central stalk, and from that stalk it sends up a flower and it will send up a bloom, and that bloom and that stalk is called a scape, and those are what people will harvest to cook with when garlic produces those, and they have a really delicious flavor. If you are going to grow your garlic for the bulb and not for the scape, you need to cut those off, because otherwise the garlic is going to put all of the energy into flower production and not into bulb production. So you kind of have to choose either or. Now, if you want to use the scape to cook with right away, then just trim it off, and then you can use that to cook with and get some delicious dishes from it, and then you can leave the bulb in the ground to continue developing and growing. Because it has this hard central stalk, it is not as common to braid hardneck garlic as it is softneck garlic. So if you see those beautiful garlic braids, chances are those are a softneck variety because they are much more pliable. Chefs and cooks really like hardneck garlic because it has such a pungent garlic flavor, sometimes very spicy, but it doesn't store as long. So you have to weigh your pros and cons. Do you want increased storability and a little bit milder flavor, or do you want less storability and a much more pungent flavor? It's also much easier to peel a hardneck garlic rather than a softneck garlic because of the absence of the extra skin or paper. If you go to the grocery store and you purchase garlic, chances are it is a softneck variety because it has a longer shelf life. All right, let's talk about the types. So for softneck, there are two different types. There is artichoke and there's silver skin. And artichoke type is probably the one that you are purchasing from the grocery store. It has those nice big bulbs. It has layers of cloves, about 12 to 20 per bulb. It's got a mild flavor, and it's got a very long storage life. I grew California early in my garden last year, and that was an artichoke type variety. The next one is silver skin, and this one has the longest storability of all the garlic types. It's a softneck, just like the artichoke variety. And it's got smaller cloves, but they are nice and dense, and they have a strong and very robust flavor. All right, now let's talk about the hardneck varieties. There are many more of these, 8 more, than there are with the softnecks, which have only 2. The first one is the Rocam Bull. It's got a rich, full flavor and is often considered the most complex and true garlic taste. It's easier to peel, usually has 8 to 12 cloves per bulb. It doesn't store as long, only about 4 to 6 months. And the Russian red is a really good example of this type of garlic. You'll know you have this type of garlic because of the scape growth habit. And with most scapes, they will just grow straight up, or they might kind of curve to the side just a bit. But with the Rocam Bull, they will actually do loops, usually a couple of loops. And so the scapes are very unique on this type of garlic. The next one is the porcelain type. Now, I got a porcelain type. It is the Georgian crystal that Keen Garlic Farm sent me. They are going to have fewer but larger cloves, usually around 6 to 8 cloves in each bulb. They have bright white wrappers, and they're sometimes mistaken for elephant garlic, which we will talk about at the very end. They have a bold garlic taste that mellows with cooking. And as far as hardneck garlic, these porcelain types have a pretty long storability time, about 10 months. So if you want to try a hardneck garlic and you're living in southern regions, or if you're even living in the north and you want to try a hardneck variety, but you want one that's going to store really well, then you could try a porcelain variety. A porcelain type that is pretty well known is the music variety. The next couple of types have purple stripe in their name, but I'm going to start with the standard purple stripe. And as its name would imply, it is a beautiful white garlic that's got purple streaks in it, and it's just very, very beautiful. It's got a sweet flavor when roasted, about 8 to 12 garlic cloves, and the purple stripe is actually considered one of the oldest types. The next one is the marble purple stripe. The marble purple stripe has larger cloves than the standard purple stripe. It's got a rich, robust flavor, and it's just a good all-around cold hardy garlic. Now, the marble purple stripe is called that because of the way the skins look. They are a little more textured and they just have more of a marbled appearance. The next purple stripe is the glazed purple stripe, and that one has more of a metallic or a shiny look to the skin, which is why they call it that. It's got a complex but somewhat hot and spicy flavor when raw. If you want to cook it, it's going to be milder in flavor once it's cooked. If you're looking for an early maturing hardneck variety, you could try the Asiatic, which is the next garlic type. It's got a distinct sharp flavor. It's good for fresh eating, and it has a medium storage length. Another early harvest type is the turban. So that one, as well as the Asiatic, are going to be earlier to harvest than some of the other hardneck varieties. It has fewer cloves per bulb, but has a good flavor range, more mild than hot, but it doesn't store as long. And lastly, we're going to talk about a really beautiful one called a Creole. It is a red kind of garlic. So I think when I peel it, the outside skins look much more red, but when you peel it, it looks a little more pink, I think. This garlic variety is from Spain. It is actually one of the best performing hardneck varieties for milder, warmer winters. So if you want to try a hardneck variety and you live in the Southwest or in southern regions, then this Creole variety is probably a better bet. All right, last but certainly not least is elephant garlic. Elephant garlic is actually not a true garlic. It's botanically related to a leek, but it still has that wonderful, very mild, light garlic flavor. So if true garlic bothers your stomach, or if you don't like having garlic breath, you might try the elephant garlic instead, and you may find that it is a little easier for you. Now, I think the elephant garlic is a really cool plant because it gives you a lot of plant material, so a lot of bang for your buck, because those cloves are huge, and although they don't have as strong a flavor, they will go really far in cooking. If you want to just plant it and let it add beauty to your garden, it will send up a really beautiful compound flower like a leek or like an onion, and the pollinators really love it. So either way, whether you eat it or whether you just plant it as for the flower, I think that it's a great addition to your garden. I hope that all of this information will help you understand a little bit better when you're researching which garlic you want to buy. When you see that it says porcelain or silver skin or Creole or purple stripe, you're going to have a little bit better idea of what kinds of characteristics that garlic variety has. I think that's enough garlic trivia for one day. I will be back next time planting garlic. So I'm going to be going over how I prep my beds and exactly how I plant my garlic. So definitely be on the lookout for that video. It should be up in the next few days. If you want a more in-depth dive on all things garlic, I did a really extensive video just last season, and I will leave that here, and I will also leave the link in the description below. I'm Kara from Arizona. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, happy gardening.